welcome you all back to our social class. Previous class we saw about the rainy season, how it is starting. Now we are going to see the retreating monsoon or the post-monsoon. After monsoonal season is completed, what is going to happen? So if you see, this retreating monsoon is also known as the transaction season. Transaction season means to a rainy season to a hotter season it is going. So it is known as a transaction season. So this transaction starts during the month of October to the November. It appears in such a way that October to the November, when the sun movement, is changing. It moves towards the southern direction. The sun starts moving towards the southern direction. So what happens is at that time you can find the low pressure tuff over the northern plain is getting weakened. So the tuff which is created here is getting weakened. Weakened means the power is not there for that wind. So when it is getting weakened, you can find the pressure gradually it is being replaced by the high pressure system over here. So southwest monsoonal trade wind gets weakened. So what happens? It starts withdrawing. We saw the trade wind here. So it is moving by this direction. So what happens? It is getting weakened over here because of the intense heat that is being created by the sun. So when the sun is here, so it is moving towards the southern direction. So southern part of India will get intensely heated. So this area, the northern plain, will get weakened. So when it is getting weakened, the air from this area starts moving towards the water bodies. So this is what is called as the retreating monsoon or the transaction period. So you can find this happens during the month of October to the November. So during that month, the wind as it is blowing, it will be in form of a transaction, like from the hot rainy season to a dry winter season. Like that you will find the climatical changes that happens. And this retreating takes place in such a way that the skies will be very clear and rise in the temperature will be there definitely. During this month you can find the days will be very hotter and the nights will be cooler, average cooler. You know why it has been cooler? The rainy season was there for the previous 3 months. So the land is still having lot of moisture content. So at the night time it is releasing all the moisture content from the earth's surface. So what happens in the daytime? It is getting heated. It is being intensely heated. And the night time you can find it is getting cooler. So it is releasing all the moisture content in the land. Okay, so that is one thing which happens. And also you can find this condition, this area has a high temperature and high humidity which happens at that time. So the weather becomes rather opposite during the day. So it is becoming opposite, right? So it is opposite in action that happens. So it is commonly known as the October heat. That is, at the night time the temperature will be very cooler and the daytime it will be like hot. Okay, so it is known as the October heat. And this time the mercury begins to fall rapidly. The heat that is present, it begins to fall rapidly and the low pressure condition is created in the northwestern part. So these areas you can find the low pressure that is created. So what happens? It gets transferred the Bay of Bengal and earlier of November, and the shift that is associated, that occurs with the cyclone disturbances. So as it is moving, it is associated with the cyclone disturbances. Cyclone means we know the pressure which is being created. Because of that you can find the low pressure area will be covered by the high pressure. So high pressure will be covered by the low pressure. So when this happen continuously, you can find a cyclone which will be developed over here and which originates over the Andaman or the you can find the Andaman seas, those areas it is getting allocated. And this cyclone is gradually crossing the eastern coast. So eastern coast, when it is crossing, you can find the heavy rain is being poured over here. And the tropical cyclone is being created in various places. So the thickly populated dense areas, that is the Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, these areas will be receiving the frequent rainfall because of the cyclone that has been formed over here. and it also even causes the damages. As we saw, no, flood event is being created, causes damages of the life as well as property because of this cyclone. And here also in Assam, West Bengal, Bangladesh also there will be a heavy rainfall which will be there, because of which you can find the property loss as well as life loss which will be happening. Heavy flood will be caused over there, and the rainfall which is being received by the Coromandel coast will be diversified from the depression of the on the cyclones. So this is what is happening in the retreating monsoon or the transaction period. So transaction period usually starts in the month of October to the November. So it is actually a transaction which happens from the rainy season to a normal dry season. So it is known as a transaction period. During that time you can find the days will be hotter, the night will be cooler, and this opposition direction is opposition current which is known as the October heat. Okay, my dear students. So this is what is about the retreating in monsoon or transaction period. The remaining will explain you in the next class. Thank you, my dear students. Bye.